Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So, in today's video, as I said, I'll be back with Java tutorial, and today I'll be discussing if-else condition, that is the statements, how you can use the statements inside Java, and how you can use nested if-else, like if, else, and then if conditions within one particular code. Okay, so let's get started. First of all, as we know in Java, when you want to code, you have to first of all create a class. Okay, so let's create a class. Let's say it is, okay, the class name is first. Okay, this is the class. I'll just open it off and then start writing the code for our first case. That is, I want to take two numbers and I want to test them out if they are equal or not. If they are equal, then I want to display a message, yes, they are equal. And if they are not, then a message will be displayed, they are not equal. Okay, so for that, first of all, we have to start with the class. So class, my class name is first, and after this you have to write public static void main, then string args, that is string arguments. Okay, open the brackets over here. Now, as I said, I have to take two variables, so I take the variables as integer. So int for integer data type, and then let's say the variable name is a, and inside a I'll just write let's say 12. Okay, and I'll take another variable, so in b is the second variable, and again I want to check it like both the the values should be equal. Okay, so I take two variables and I have given both the variables as values 12 and 12. Okay, now I want to write a if condition over here. Okay, if and else, right? So I'll check if, and then if a is equal to b. That means this is an equal to operator, but it's which is checking that whether the values inside the variable a is equal to b or not. Okay, that means if a is equal to b. So if a is equal to b, I want to print system.out.println they are equal. Okay, and if they are not, then I want to write an else part wherein it will display system.out.println they are not equal. Okay, so this is how you can write an if and else condition in Java. Okay, now if I run this particular program, if you see a value is 12, b value is also 12, that means if condition will be executed, it will not go on to the else part because the first condition itself satisfies. So basically, if and else means you guys know that if your first condition satisfies, that is your if condition, it will not go to the else part. If your if condition does not satisfy, then only it will go to the else part, and whatever code you have written on the else condition, that will be executed. Okay, so let's compile this one. So no syntax error, and then we'll try to run this off. Okay, so the output for this particular code would be they are equal. Why? Because a and b both are having values as 12. Okay, so again I have to run this off. So close this and I click on first, that's a class name, and yes, if I want, so here's the answer, they are equal. If you are not sure like why two times it is giving, so you can clear the terminal off, you can again run it and you can check it out. Okay, so this is the answer, that is they are equal. Now what if I just change the condition and I want to only print system.out.println they are not equal. So for that, just change the value of b, let's say it is 60. Okay, and I compile this off. Now if you see a is not equal to b, that means this if condition will not be executed, it will directly go to the else part. Okay, so just compile this off and then try to run this. Now the output is they are not equal. Okay, so that's how if and else condition works. Okay, now as I said, I will also be telling about the nested if and else. Nested means there is a if condition, there is an else condition. You can call it as else if, and then at the last there is an else condition. So if, so first it will be like if, okay. Second part will be else if, that means this is the second condition. Okay, so it is called as else if, and the last part will be else. Okay, so this is called as a nested if and else condition. So what happens in this? In this, first of all, it is testing this particular condition. Suppose two variables, you want to check it. Let's say three variables. You want to check if A is greater than B and A is also greater than C. Okay, so if this particular condition is satisfied, these two conditions will not work. Okay, now if I want like A should be greater than B and it should be less than C. Okay, so in that case what you can do, in that case you can write if A is greater than B, okay, one condition, okay, and else if you can write A is greater than C. Okay, then what will happen? This condition both will work, and then finally the output will be executed. The else part won't work. But if the if and else if both are not satisfied, then only else part will give you the output. Okay, so that's how nested if works. I'll show you with the help of a program. So I have a program which I've already made. So here I have taken a string. Okay, so city, here it's in a string data type, and city value I have given as Delhi. Okay, so I'm just checking if city is equal to Meerut. Okay, that means the city variable has the value. If it has the value as Meerut, then system.out.println it will print city is Meerut. But if it's not, so for that, else if city is Noida, then it will print city is Noida. Okay, else if city is Agra, then it will print city is Agra. And then lastly, else if all these conditions are not satisfied, lastly it will just print the value of the city. Okay, so over here if you see, current value of city is Delhi, right? So if, else if, and these conditions will not be satisfied up to here. Only the else part will be satisfied. Why? Because if you check the condition, city is equal to Meerut. No, it's not true. It's equal to Noida. No, it's not true because city value is Delhi, right? So this is how you can write if, else if, and then else condition. You can include as many else if as you want, okay, inside your if condition. Fine. So over here, let's say I run, first of all, let me run this code and let's check the output first, okay? So here, if you see the output, the first output, it came as Delhi. Okay. Now, if we just change the value, suppose I change this to Delhi. Okay. Now, if you see, when you try to execute this particular code, if condition does not satisfy. But if you come inside the else if, and if you check city is equal to Delhi, yes, this is correct. That means the output will be city is Noida. That's it. So only this particular else if will be executed. These will not get executed. Okay. So let's compile it and then try to run it off. So now if you see the output, city is Noida, right? So this particular line of code got executed. So if, else if, or nested if means if one condition is not satisfied, the other will satisfy. If that is also not satisfied, next will be satisfied. So you can use the nested if and else condition when you have multiple choices and you want to choose among those choices. At that point of time, you can use the nested if and else. Okay, suppose you have two choices to make, and out of the two, you have, there are two options, and out of the two options, you want to, choose only one. At that point of time, you can use only a single if and else. Okay, but you have multiple options and you have to choose only one out of them. Then at that point of time, you can use the nested if and else condition. That is if, okay, and then else if, we can call it. So if, then else if, and then at the end else condition. Okay, so that's how the whole if and else condition works. Now in the same program, let's say I want to let me open this off, and I want to just check if I write over here, I want to check it if the number is even or not. Okay, with the help of if and else condition. So how to check that? So I'll check if a mod 2 is equal to 0. Okay, that means when you divide the number 12, that is the value of a, by 2, then the remainder is 0. Then it is even. Okay, then it will display it is even. Otherwise, it's a odd number. Okay. So here if I just run this, so if you see the output, so it will be displayed, it's an even number. Okay, why? Because when you divide the number 12 by 2, the remainder is 0. Okay, so for that, what condition did I use over here? I used a modulus of 2 is equal to 0. So this percentage sign is called as modulus, and this you can use it for remainder purpose, for finding out the remainder. Okay, so this is how you can use the if and else code inside your Java program, your mini projects. If you're using, you can also use the nested ifs over there. So for nested ifs, you can take like 3 variables and you can work with that and check it out how it works, like if, then else if, then else if, and then at the end else. Okay, so that's how the whole if and else condition works in Java. Okay, so hope you liked this video. If you did, please go ahead and subscribe to our channel and hit the like button, share the video as much as you can, and stay tuned. We will be back again with another video related to Java itself, and this time it will be for loop and while loop. Okay, so thank you so much guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you.